Welcome back to another video. Today we've got April 13th picks for player props, and we're going to start it off with Michael Porter Jr. And this might be crazy, but we're taking the assist line here. This man has hit this line of 1.5 assists over in 70% of games this year for an average of 2.2. This feels way too low. Look at all these greens as of late. He's been in a pass-happy mood, including getting 6 assists versus Washington. Unheard of numbers, but he's 8 for his last 10, he's 14 for his last 20, and 21 for his last 30. This seems like an absolute home run play right here. It's 1.5 assists. This is a huge game for the Nuggets against the Rockets. They have to win this game. MPJ is going to be playing like 30 plus minutes. He's averaging 34 almost on the season. He's been playing, it's been up as of late. It went down a little bit, but now it's back up. So I'm definitely taking the over here on Michael Porter Jr. assists. The next line I'm going to be taking, and it is also an over, is going to be Christian Braun, who has hit this line in 6 of his last 10 games, but he hasn't hit it in either of his previous 2. He's hitting this in 11 of his last 20, and he's hitting it at a 63% clip over the last 30 games, which is pretty solid. This year, he's hitting it at a 54% clip. He got really hot, then got kind of cold here, but I'm liking that the Houston defense gives up the 21st ranked rebounds to shooting guards, which is what Christian Braun is. I think, like I said, he's going to be playing about 34 minutes tomorrow night. That's his average on the season. I think he's going to hit this line. Now, I wouldn't pay too much attention to this because Houston starters probably will not be in tomorrow. If you look at the injury report here, none of the Houston guys have been listed on there, but this is a game where they don't need to win. They don't even need to play. They're basically resting for the playoffs. So I'm taking the over here on Christian Braun, and I'm thinking he plays pretty. It's going to be a little sweaty. It's going to be a little sweaty, I'm not going to lie. But I think he's going to play a lot of minutes. He hadn't in either of the last 2 games. Give me the over on Christian Braun rebounds here. The next line is, like I said, Nikola Jokic. Once again, we're sticking with these Nuggets, and we're going over on the points, rebounds, and assists. All these games have been big-time must-win matchups, and he has delivered in every single one, including the stretch where he was averaging a 40-point triple-double, and they were 0-5. Jamal Murray should be back, and over his last 30 games, he's hitting it in 17 of them, including 11 of his last 20, 6 of his last 10, and 4 of his last 5. I think this is going to be a big-time game for Jokic. When you look at the minutes, he has been playing a ton as of late, nearly 37, 38, 39 minutes a game here over the last 20 games. These are must-win games, like I said, for the Nuggets. The only 3 teams that I'm betting on tomorrow all have must-win games, with the Warriors, the Clippers, and the Nuggets all still battling for playoff positioning in the West. So give me the over on points, rebounds, and assists for Nikola Jokic. He's going to deliver in a spot where they absolutely need him to. Next up, we have Ivica Zubac going over his line of 2.5 assists. Now, I know he's only hit it in 2 of his last 10 games and 2 of his last 5 and 4 of his last 10, but I still have pretty good faith in this. He's hitting this at about a 50% clip this year, and he averages over 4 assists per game this year on about 4 potentials per game. And if you look at his last 20, that potentials rate has been going up, where he's up to 4.4 potentials per game. So I'm liking this line right here a lot. A few guys for the Clippers are going to be game time decisions, but none of these guys are really going to factor into that. When you look at the minutes, he has been playing big-time minutes as of late, and then he didn't get a single assist in his last game. So he is definitely due. It might be a little bit of a sweat if he gets to 2, but I'm thinking he's going to hit this line, hit it in 15 of his last 30. Like I said, we were going for him for a big assist game last time. Didn't work out. He got 0, but I'm still rocking with the over here on 2.5 assists on a guy that averages over 4 per game. This feels like free money here. And then the final bet here is going to be Jonathan Kuminga over 10.5 points. Now, he has not hit this line in 4 of his last 5 games, but I'm still very confident. He's hit it in 5 of his last 10, 13 of his last 20, and he's hitting this at a 77% clip over his last 30 games, including a 72% clip on the season. I love this line at 10.5. It feels so free, especially over his last 20 games where, yes, he's coming back from injury in here, but he's just had some rough shooting games as of late. The usage has still been there. The minutes have been there for the most part, except for this one game. They're going down a little bit, but that doesn't scare me too much. This is a must-win game, like I said, for the Warriors. I like Jonathan Kuminga to have a big-time game here. Yes, they're trending down a little bit, but I mean, he's missing by half a point in 2 of his last 10 games and by a point and a half in one of the other 2. So I'm definitely taking this line here. He's been getting to 10 a lot. He did miss, not play a lot of games here against San Antonio. I believe he was in foul trouble this game, and in Denver, he just kind of sold. But I'm taking Jonathan Kuminga to go over here as my final pick of the day. You look at LA's defense, it's pretty solid, but like I said, it's a must-win game. I'm liking Kuminga. They're 18th against small forwards. I guess he's technically a power forward where they're first against, but he plays some minutes at the 3 as well. So I'm going to take this line for Jonathan Kuminga.